16 to 17 years, I've had chronic constipation. So I've always had to take some sort of digestive aids to get my stomach working. There was a point where I took laxatives. I took triple the amounts that were recommended on the box. You know, I've changed my diet several times. I've tried raw food diets. I've tried juice cleanses. I've tried, you know, of course, more fiber, lots of supplements, colon hydrotherapies, and nothing really helped, nothing really worked. I never wanted to go the route of traditional pharmaceuticals because I knew that that wasn't a solution. Also on top of that, what I also suffered from for many years of my life, what my body has experienced is chronic depression. So ever since I was really young, I had a very, how can I put it? Yeah, I had a very turbulent childhood. I was moved around a lot, lost a lot of people, didn't have love and connection from any family members around me or support. And I'm an only child, so it's basically just me and my mom. So I learned how to suppress my emotions and stuff them down and hold them in, and hence, you know, the vibrations of that and holding on to all of these emotions. My body was holding on to toxicity, emotions, and then also physical toxicity in my digestive system. So not only did I have the depression, I had chronic fatigue for many, many years. I also had anxiety, so a lot of worrying about the future, and then a lot of living in the past with the depression. So my body was not in great shape, and so I learned how to live within the confines of my body and the limitations of my body. So anyways, fast forward to this event, I wanted to share what my experience was like in the healing circle. So when we were downstairs waiting to go up to the healing circles, I was lying down and everyone has their eyes covered, and Dr. Joe comes into the room and prepares us for the healing. So I'm lying there, my eyes are covered, and then I hear this, it sounded like a recording because music came on, and then the voice was really echoey, and it said, "Hello, Dr. Joe here." And it was so funny because I'm like, why would they play a recording? Why would they tell us that Dr. Joe's gonna come into the room and then they're just playing a recording, you know? And I'm like, okay, whatever, let them play their recording of Dr. Joe. And so I'm lying there, I'm still feeling incredibly grateful, feeling incredibly humbled to be chosen for the healing, and it was the very last healing on the last day. It's what I was chosen for. So I'm lying there, and then my legs start shaking a little bit uncontrollably, and I'm getting excited because, you know, I want my body to be moving, because I know the energy is moving through my body if my body starts to move uncontrollably. And then I feel this presence above me, and it felt like Dr. Joe, and I wasn't too sure if it was him, but it felt a lot like him. And then I just feel this huge geometric pattern of energy blasting into my heart center, basically opening me up, getting me even more ready to receive the healing once I got into the circle. And I'm like, why does this feel like Dr. Joe when I'm listening to a recording? Anyways, lo and behold, I found out later it was him. So that was incredible. I just, I had that knowing. But anyways, so we go upstairs, and then it was so cool because Robert led me to my group, and I've watched Robert's testimonial several times, very inspired by it. And I was led to my healing group, my healing circle, Coherence Healing Circle. So I lied down, and then my legs, of course, my body starts shaking uncontrollably again, and I'm getting excited. And then I feel, before anyone even, you know, started sitting down, and they were still getting into heart coherence within the group, I felt these big hands. They were like these big invisible hands reaching into my stomach area and my intestines, and it was like moving around my intestines and stomach and colon, and it just felt like everything was shifting from the inside. And it was such a cool feeling. And then after that, my lower body started shaking, rocking back and forth and shaking uncontrollably, and then I felt all this energy being pulled out of my first energy center, and then the shaking moved up to the second energy center area, and then all this dark energy was being pulled out of that area, and then moved up to my stomach, and my stomach was uncontrollably like rolling, and then energy was being pulled out of that. So basically it felt like all of the traumas that I've experienced in my whole life related to any physical symptoms that I had were being pulled out of my body. And then it got to my heart area, and I'm lying on the floor, and then my back arches up. It's extremely stiff. I'm lifted off the ground. My arms are straight and stiff right next to me, and then I feel all this energy being pulled out of my heart center, and it was just, it felt like such a beautiful clearing, and it worked its way up through my throat and then through my 7th energy center. And while my back was still arched off the floor, and I can't do that physically now. I tried to replicate what happened physically, but I can't even hold myself up in that way. After all of the energy was pulled out of my body, it felt like I breathed in fully life for the first time in my entire life. So it was just such a profound experience, one of the most profound experiences of my life. After the healing was done for me, everyone turned their hands and placed it onto their heart. And then I sent as much love, I blasted as much love and gratitude as I could to everyone in my group. And so after that, we were all giving each other hugs, group hugs, and someone just said to me, one of the group members said that everyone in the group was healed in this healing. So it was, what a beautiful, magical experience. And I think that our intentions are so incredibly powerful, and I'm just so eternally grateful for what happened. So what I want to add as well is, so the next day I went to the washroom and everything worked perfectly with no digestive aids. It was great. And what I find now is that I really need to stay in a high vibrating state. I really need to be in and walk as my new personality in order for my body to be working properly. So I need to be diligent and constantly doing the work every single day to be able to maintain this state of energetic health. But at the end of the day, what it felt like happened with my body is that my whole nervous system was reset in a sense. And not just some of the traumas that had caused my issues were gone, it was all of them that were gone. So I just wanted to share this video so that you can have something else to add to your collection of wonderful miracles. Thank you.